New and updated mods are here for Farming Simulator 22. In total, we got 11 mods released today on the in-game mod up. All platforms got 7 new, and PC Mac players got 4 new as well. Of course, we'll be looking at all those new ones and showing you all their customization options, including the firehouse behind us. If you like staying updated with the latest mods and news in Farm Sim, make sure you subscribe. Otherwise, let's check out today's mods. Starting up today, we have the FSG for all platforms. I would say the brand name, but I have no idea how to say it, so we will move on. This is from Vertex Design. What it does is it puts a fertilizer spreader on the back and makes it easier to use a larger fertilizer spreader with a smaller tractor, which, well, let's be honest, a lot of the fertilizer spreaders in game are large. Customization options include wheel brands of BKT, Michelin, Trelleborg, Vredestein, Midas, and back end. We do have standard and wide tires, and if you take a look and see, fenders go along with that, which is pretty cool. Extension, we have yes or no. Now, you don't need this. It's more of a realistic thing, so use it if you want to, but you don't have to have it. Lighting on here, we have standard, and we also have LED. Let's go LED, keep that modern. The hitch, we have the Cat 2, and we have the KAT3. Not quite sure what the difference is other than being inside or outside. Let's go with the number 3. Why not? Drawbar configuration, we have a ball coupling. We've also got a PTO added onto that. We have the towing eye, or a pin hitch as I call it, and you can do that with a PTO as well. Now, I'm not quite sure how a fertilizer spreader would work without a PTO, so let's add a PTO. Let's go with the towing eye. There we go. And we also have license plate if you want to add that. So let's use these guys for an example. This is going to be the smallest Zader tractor in the game, and then we also have the, well, smallest fertilizer spreader in the game. Generally, if we were to hook up to this, it would be a bit heavy. As you can see, only 3,200 liters in there, and well, we're doing wheelies. However, if we use this with this tractor, it might be a little bit easier. The only thing is, I'm thinking they probably went with a realistic thing here, and well, made it impossible to not have to use front loaders. Oh boy. So then you may have to get your favorite telehandler, wheel loader, skid steer, whatever you're thinking about using at the time to do this job right here. I don't actually know if I've ever done this realistically before, but yeah, there we go. Let's see, can I get this thing out of there? No, but I can attach it, and that makes it easier. So now we've got our tractor here, and look at that. The weight may be a little bit interesting for us, but we are able to use it, which is very nice. Next up, we have the Techmagri TransTruck. This can be found in bell loaders, 12.8 tons, and it will seemingly auto load. Yes, it will. 125 to 180 centimeter round bells and 120 to 240 centimeter square bells. So it looks like it does baby bells as well. Very cool. Very cool. It's like the perfect bell trailer right here. Wheel brands offer us Michelin, BKT, Continental, Vredestein, and back in we have standard and wide tires. Designs, we've got a couple different bits. On the front, we have a ladder which we can add, and then, of course, as mentioned, we have auto loading, yes or no. There's also license plate if you need that. Next up, we got the Baarck Panther 3, 250 horsepower, 3 meters, is 7 miles an hour. And this is a subsoiler, beautiful subsoiler attachment. We have the trailer hitch that's added to the back as well. So with this being a 3-meter piece of equipment, you can hook up maybe a 3-meter seater, something like that, to the back of it. You've got hydraulic hoses that look like they're running back there, and we have that hitch as mentioned. But otherwise, that's about it. Or you can hook up this little guy right here, which is probably what's meant to go on it. This is the Baarck Pflug-Lotse 3HF. Some of that was probably right. 70 horsepower, 3 meters at 12 miles an hour. On here, wheel setups with standard and wide tires. And as you can see, the hitch for it is absolutely perfect to go along with this. So if you go with this, and you go with this, then you'll end up with something where you can cultivate, plow, and roll all in one pass, albeit a little bit more realistically than I'm used to. Next, we have the Buengener Eurotop 801A Multitast. This is a windrow for you, 60 horsepower, 7.6 meters, so it's a little bit bigger than something, a little bit smaller than others, and 9 mile an hour working speed. Design, we have the Multitast dismantled, or you could do a standard setup if you want to. Kind of like the standard setup, so that's the one that I would choose. Of course, can't have a mod video without some placeables. The first set of placeables is the VDI Large Storage Halls. These, of course, can be found down here at the very end. They may look the same, however, the doors are in different locations. Also, additionally, you can see we can change these different colors. Unfortunately, I can't change the colors and show it at the same time. So this is just the first version that you'll come across. We have doors on the very ends, and it looks like we can't open the door from the outside, but we can from the inside, and it's fast. Oh, that's super fast. Yo, check out the mechanism up here too. Very well done, very well done. In here, they say you can store anything you want to. It does look like you'll be able to store crops, as there's quite a thick sidewall on there, so should be able to store some crops and be just fine with it. Now, we also have this version here as well. Now, I'm not quite sure where the door is for this one. Found it. Is this the only, like, regular door over here at this end? I think so. Yeah, that's it. So we've got a door there, and then all the way over here. It also looks like the interior changes colors too, because the outside's white on that one, and the inside's white. That one's green and green. But again, you can change them whatever color you want. And we have the community building. This is super cool. So this is, well, it appears to be a fire station. At least I think it is. We've got 5 bay doors across the front. Inside, we've got everything. I believe this was out in Farming Simulator 19 as well. Not sure what all that reads, but hey, there it is. We've got a place in here. Nice little front door area. Is that a... is this a prison? I think that might be a prison. Oh my goodness. Let's close that door back up. Room number 1. That tells me there's another room around here somewhere. Goodness gracious. Big open front doors that open in, and whatever that is. Not quite sure what that is either. We do have elevators. Let's see if we can get in. It will close. Will it take us to the top? Oh my goodness. I'm in an elevator right now. Let's go. I gotta go back downstairs just to show you guys everything. But we pop out right there, and then that does that. And I assume it goes back. I'm not quite sure. Let's hop back downstairs for a moment. And there it is. Yeah, it's already open, ready to go. Cool beans. A big open area right here. This is going to be just the perfect building for roleplay, things like that. We've got some toilets over here. We've got the ladies' toilets without any urinals in there. And then here, nice sleeping quarters. Very cool. 2 more bays right here. Let's see. What does that do? Ooh, let's turn on shed lights. All right. There you go. All right. So that's what that does. And then over here, what do we have here? Storage? Yeah, just storage. This is pretty cool, man. Again, this is going to be the perfect, ideal, I mean, absolutely best building to be using for any type of maybe police or fire role play in a European style. Unfortunately, it's not American style, but hey, modders aren't Americans. Like, what do you expect through there? I just want to show you all these different buildings, these different areas. Nice break room. Man, I could sure go for a cup of coffee right now. Some Farmer Cobb coffee. It is pretty good. Not sponsored, but delicious. Look at that. Oh, they even got mod up on there. They got their Discord. Yo, is that Chalky? Chalky, you made it on the Discord. Wait, am I over here? Ambassadors, 82 studios there. No, they cut it off. Boo. I'm on there, I promise. Let's see. Through here, we got a couple other things. Let's see. Oh, drop this here. Zoom in. Oh, 82 studio again right there. Well, he made it in, didn't he? And then we've got a couple things from mod up. How cool is that? That's pretty cool, man. I'll give it to you there. Hey, did I go in that room already? I don't know if I went in that room already. Oh, and then this is the other side of that room. Cool. Let's open up the back patio. Here we are. We can do a little grilling. It says that we can pick it up. Oh, if you got super strength, you can. It's power tools, by the way. PC mod right there. It allows me to do all that. And I think that's about it. The only thing left is to maybe go down the elevator. I just hit the button to call it. Let's see if it pops up here and opens the door. It is taking its dandy time, but it worked. There we go. We'll come in and it should go down. Yeah. I feel like the whole building's going up rather than me because I can't feel it. And that's it. That is it. That is your fire station, just community in all building. Wow. Great job. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players. We start off with the map Kandelin At MV. This is a big 4X map with some real big fields on it. There are 48 fields and 9 meadows, and if that doesn't sound like a lot for a 4X map, well, you're right, because they're huge. There's also 8 playable farms with 4 different BGAs. They do say the BGAs must be purchased separately. You can see it's kind of jerking a little bit. For some reason, even the best computers in the world can't run Farming Simulator 4X maps at 4K, so I guess that is what it is. See, we have 3 purchasable solar parks. Pre-placed wind turbines can be purchased separately as well. And hey, look at that, we got a soccer field. Does this work? I feel like if we don't test this now, we'll never know. But I also don't know where a ball is. Well, I guess no soccer for us today. We have to play Zelonka to do that. What else is on here? Well, they say the Platinum DLC is required for full game functionality. I don't know how many required mods there actually are, but I got 14 of them. We'll show you those here in a moment. And they do say to remove one of the pre-placed fences on the farms, you have to join farm ID number 1. Usually big farms like this, big maps like this with a lot of different farms are made for multiplayer, and that is no exception here. However, you can play the single player and be perfectly fine if you want to. Taking a look at the PDA itself, you can see here all the 48 fields and 9 meadows. And if we go into the buyable areas, we've got field 9, or farmland 55. That's going to be $625,000. Over here we have our farm, which is going to be farmland number 4. There's no field there. However, I will also tell you that you could buy the area that your house is on, but you don't actually own it when you start off. It's a little bit interesting. Then we have a canola field over here as well. But that is it. As far as how much these things cost, $8.7 million for that field, $6.2 million over there, $4.9 million over there. So you can see they get pretty expensive pretty quickly. Here's a very normal sized field. That's going to be $625,000 or $52,000. So quite expensive through here. Take a look at the growth calendar. This looks modified to me. This doesn't look like base game, so there you go. If you want that, we do have red beets, carrots, parsnips on here, but those are going to be things that I have brought in. Otherwise, it does look like they've changed a few things. If we look down here, poplars and oilseed radish, those icons look different than I'm used to. So I don't know, maybe something's up, or maybe it was one of the required mods that it asked me to do. Now, on the items, we have the John Deere 7810, we've got the John Deere 7R 720 or 270, so it's a smaller one, and then we have a T560 combine. We do have the new pickup truck, we got a couple tippers, we've got a grain head, we have a corn head, disc harrow, a direct drill. It's a, what's that, 6 meters? 6 meters, so it's pretty good. Does fertilizer as well? Yeah, it does fertilizer as well, actually. Quite a few of these icons have changed. Don't like that. Moving on, we have our planter there. We got a roller, sprayer, fertilizer spreader. We do have a weeder, front and rear mowers, big tedder, nice sized windrower, forage wagon, square baler, bell trailer, front loader for the 7, and then we have front bucket, pallet forks, bell spikes, header trailer, and we have a weight. So yeah, basically everything you need to get started. What about those required mods? I'm not exactly sure how many required mods there actually are. However, here's, what's that? 12, 14 that I didn't have already. We have another new map for PC only players. This is the AGRIPV or AGRIPV. This is made by YZAR, and we've got something kind of neat. So over here you can see we've got some solar panels out there. This is on another mod that we're going to talk about right after this one. Maybe one of the coolest mods I've ever seen for Farming Simulator. As you can see through here, there's some trees in the fields, there's some solar panels in the fields, and there's kind of stuff all the way around. As far as I can tell, this has been done intentionally, not by accident, as this map, I believe, is based off of a real-life location supported by GLHD. So there you go, there is that. But again, it definitely looks weird, and it's not something that Farming Simulator players are used to, so I probably would have avoided that if I made this map personally, but that's just me. Let's take a look at the map itself. We get that area right there, and then we have a bunch of chunks everywhere else, allowing us to actually own the entire map, which is a really, really cool thing. The only thing we can't own is that little blue part right there. For some reason, you can't own that. don't know what possessed them to do that. And you can't own that little area right there either. Again, do what that was. Oh, you can't own that either. Huh. Some interesting choices here, to say the least. I'm not sure if this map is going to be popular. It certainly has not done well as far as ratings go so far on ModHub as I'm recording this video, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at our growth calendar. That looks to be base game if I've ever seen it, and let's take a look at what we get in new farmer mode. Not a whole lot here to talk about. John Deere 6R. We've also got the New Holland CH770, Big M mower, pickup truck, a tipper, and a header. So you got enough to get started with carting and harvesting, but not much in the way of planting. Which reminds me, none of the fields we have are ready to be harvested, so I'd probably just sell those immediately and go find something else to do. We've also got a placeable for PC and Mac players today. It's the GLHD solar panel extension, and there is well, quite a bit here, and I'm not even sure this is half of it. This just showcases a few little bits. So let's go over the different parts of it, at least what you get in here. So we have a shed. One thing about this shed is it's only got one opening. Let's see if I can actually even show the opening. Yeah, there it is. So there's only one opening. You can't open the doors, nothing like that. It seems, I don't know if it's an oversight, but it's definitely something. It's also got solar panels on the top, which is cool, but it doesn't say anything about making any money. So there's that. We've also got this, the electrical substation relay. They say the electrical substation is essential to the smooth running of the AGRIPV, I don't know how to say that word, farm. It allows 1,600 structures to be added. Not quite sure exactly what it does, because then we have another version right here, which does the same thing, and it actually will control all of the solar panels. So it's kind of neat. We also have a flag, and I don't actually know if it does anything or not. Also, I don't know how to make it go up the pole. I don't know. There's also a bag here as well. They say that this is required, but as far as I can tell, it's in decoration. So I don't actually think it is. You can't use it, so I don't know what it does. And then we have the stars of the show, which are actually really, really neat. If we go into generators, then we have all of these solar panels set up. So these are pretty cool. Over here, I think I've got a couple setups already done for you guys, so you can see. We place these down. Let's see. Let's take that. Oh yeah, by the way, these just require so much money to place down. Like, look at this, $161 on flat ground. But this ground is already completely flat, which makes no sense. So here we go, 50 bucks. I'll place it down, and you can see it moves. Very cool indeed. Now, we've also got a couple other bits as well. We've got a 5X by 5X right here, and then we have the 10X over here. I think I've already placed down a couple of these as well. We have 60 of those, and then 120 total. You can even go up with fixed structures as well. I think I chose the largest fixed structure over there. I did. And then we have fixed structures by 50 and by 120. So a lot of solar panels. The cool thing about it, I wonder if I can actually place down a few right here just to show you easily. All right, so after you place them down, as mentioned, they will follow where the sun is and find it. However, if I turn my help window on and I come to this building, this is the one that allows us to do things. So switch trackers to manual mode. We click that, and now they kind of move around a bit, as you can see. So I'm not controlling them. They're set to a manual mode, which means they kind of go blop and blop. All of them are doing it. I don't know if you can see that in the background, but they're all doing it, which is so cool. All right, so now we can alternate trackers oddly. So we click that and it moves it around. So you see all of them in the background, including these here that are close by to us. These will move as well. And it says move them oddly, which, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not quite sure exactly what that's doing, but they say it allows you to have full control over your income for your farm. However, as far as I can tell, you get the same income, so it is what it is. And then if we go around the rest of the building over here, we could do basically the exact same thing, because I guess the triggers kind of overlap a little bit. So there it is. We'll alternate them equally and set them back to automatic. So now all of them will find the sun right up there and point directly to it. So is it cool? Absolutely. It is very neat, very unique. Unfortunately, it's for PC only, which is kind disappointing, but I guess, you know, at the end of the day is what it is. It doesn't tell us how much money it's making, so that's a bit of a, well, what are you going to do, right? And to finish it up today, we have Extended Player Teleport. This is kind of neat. So this is from Neil Brent and Vertex Design. What this does is instead of being able to teleport from point A to point B for free, it kind of treats it like a taxi ride almost. So they say if you decide to travel to another location without much effort, then you could order a cab as usual via the menu. The price and length of the cab ride depends on the distance. So there you go. And that is it. I was not expecting Saturday mods, but hey, here we are, 2 days before Christmas. That being said, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone out there. I don't suspect we'll be getting any more mods until January, but hey, if we do, I'll be letting you know. Again, make sure you get subscribed, that way you don't miss them. Otherwise, just hope you have an awesome day. Have a great weekend. Have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you later.